Alright, OG HomePod first gen in 2023. We're just gonna skip the BS and get straight into it. So I want to go and talk about the OG HomePod in 2023 since the new HomePod came out with the new features and all that, which ain't really that much different. Now, if you want to go and find an OG HomePod on eBay, they're going around for about $170, give or take, somewhere around there. So if you're looking for an OG HomePod, that's around the cost is going to be. Now, if you go ahead and get a second gen HomePod, it's actually going to run you about $200. And I had this HomePod for a little minute now. Actually had this OG HomePod since around the summer of 2019. So a year after it came out, and I had it for about 4 years. So if you want to go and see the specs on the speaker, it's going to be over here on the right side of the screen. So go and check all this info out. You're probably going to want to use that because if you're looking for a speaker like this, you probably want to know about the specs, right? Like the tweeters and all that. I don't even read the specs of speakers and stuff like that like I don't phones. So if you want to see all that, like I said, everything's going to be on the right side of the screen. So first up, let's go and talk about the hardware on here. So first up, you can see just looking around here, it definitely got dusty around the ears. So I didn't even clean it yet. Like I never even cleaned this HomePod before. It's been sitting on top of my dresser and this is how I kind of collected the dust and everything like that. But I hear that you could clean it, but I don't know how easy it is. Cause I mean, like when you're messing with a speaker this expensive, you kind of want to clean it and you want to keep it looking good, but you don't want to mess it up at the same time, right? You feel me? So if you look at the HomePod, we got this like mesh fabric over here, and even the power cable, as you can see here, we have a mesh fabric. So Apple's doing it big with the fabric. For a speaker this expensive, it better be looking this good. But anyway, yeah, just looking around here though, it does look pretty clean. I mean, that is Apple. There's not even any Apple branding unless you go ahead and flip it underneath here and then you get an Apple logo. And then if you look here at the top, we actually got some media controls. So if you go ahead and press and hold on to this, you get Siri. So watch this. As you can see there, now we got Siri, and then we got a whole screen here, so that's also pretty dope. And if I go and play some music, let me go ahead and make sure this is turned down so I don't get no copyright, but let me go and find something I can play. So if you can see this right here, we got a plus and minus, so we can go ahead and control the volume right there, which is pretty dope on this touchscreen. So we also got the tap here to go ahead and play and pause the song. We got the double tap to go to the next song, and then we got the triple tap to go to the previous song. So yeah, I mean, that's the hardware right there. It's been doing pretty decent for me. I ain't really had no durability issues or nothing like that, even though it literally just sits on the table. It's not like a Bluetooth speaker or nothing like that where I bring it around. And I ain't got a coffee table, but I did hear that this thing leaves rings on coffee tables. So I don't really know about that. Like I said, I ain't had the issue personally, but you know, that's what I'm hearing out there. Even with the second gen HomePod, I'm still hearing that this thing's leaving rings on coffee tables. So that's crazy. I don't know how, but it just is. That's crazy, right? Next up, let's go and talk about the smart features up on here. So surprisingly, you get a lot of smart features up in this speaker. So obviously a lot of the smart features are going to be through Siri. So if you got a question, you're going to have to go through Siri, and that's going to depend on how you feel about Siri. Me personally, I don't like Siri. She's just dumb as like, let's just be real here. And then don't change on the speaker, bro. In fact, it might be worse on the speaker. Like, I mean, I'm just saying how it is. With that being said, you got the HomeKit support, for example. So watch this. I'm gonna go ahead and control it right now. Let me go ahead and set up my bridge though, because I forgot I just unpaired it. Here he's here. Turn on the basement lights. See?
Okay.
Dope, ain't it?
The basement lights are on.
And then you got other features, like I can go over here to Spotify, go to AirPlay, and then go and click on my bedroom speaker, and then watch this. Now I can go ahead and play Spotify right there on the speaker. Boom. Give it a minute. It's delayed with Spotify, but it should be playing in a second. All right, now watch this. Look at that. Crazy, right? Look at that. That's dope. But there's a mad delay though. Watch, as you can see right there. And there's just a bunch of useful features like that in the HomePod where if I went over all of them, then this video will be as long as like a Flossie Carter video. Now let me go show you the app real quick. So to be honest with y'all, the app ain't really nothing special, but you go to the Apple Home app here, and then it's right over here, Apple HomePod. And as you can see here, we got all my music right here. I can go ahead and start playing, and then we got alarms, we got timers. So you can set multiple timers on here at once. So that's dope. You got automations you can set. Since it's Apple Home, you can go ahead and do all that smart home stuff and all that. We got my primary user, reduce bass, and then we got a bunch of options here for Siri. We can go and go through, but I'm not gonna do that. We got the intercom options we can go through, and that's basically about it for the app. So like I said, it ain't really nothing special at all. Now we finna go and talk about, obviously, since it's a speaker, the sound quality. So let's go to Spotify, or actually, you know what? No, we're gonna go to Apple Music, right? Makes sense. I'm gonna play a quick sample for y'all, and then I'll go to YouTube and play some copyright-free music. And actually, you know what? I forgot I could do this. Check this out. Let me go and tap it on the HomePod here, and it should be transferring. I think it's still transferring though.
And I got my feet up, drink tequila, I done made it, yo. Bro, don't call the drug case, he got keys like he Alicia, yo.
This speaker be jumping, man, and for the size of the HomePod, the bass just be bumping. Now check this out. We're gonna go over here to YouTube. We're gonna go play some more music. I still need this video monetized, all right? This shit ain't free. So we got AirPlay. We're gonna go over here to the bedroom, and now let's go and wait for that to connect. Apple's know what they was doing, man. They did that thing. Nice highs, nice mids, and pretty deep lows. That's all I gotta say about the HomePod. And even for the sound quality, it's not the best I've ever heard, but it's decent, it's decent. Next up, we're gonna go and do a call quality test. So yes, you can't talk on the phone from your iPhone to your HomePod, so I'm gonna let y'all hear how that sound quality is. Alright, for the record, if you want to know, it's not gonna ring your HomePod if somebody calls you.
Alright, so this is gonna be the sound quality on the OG HomePod, and it's gonna be on max volume coming from my home phone, so let me know how the sound quality on here is.
So now this is gonna be me talking into my HomePod to the landline. So I left my iPhone up there so y'all can see that the microphone is not coming from the iPhone, it's coming from the HomePod itself. So let me know how that sounds. And right now I'm right next to the HomePod, but I'm gonna go and start making some distance here. So let me know how this sounds right now with all the microphones in the HomePod. Here it is, hang up.
So I want to go and run you through some of the likes and dislikes I got with this HomePod. We're gonna go and start with the dislikes I got about it. First dislike I got about it is sometimes it just ain't loud enough. Like it's loud sometimes, but other times I'm just like, man, I wish I had that little bit more bit of volume. Like that's just it. It's always like that, and I kind of wish it wasn't like that. So I wish it was a little bit louder. And even with the new HomePod, I'm pretty sure it's not even really that much louder at all, if it is any louder. So yeah, that's one thing I really wish it had more of sometimes is the volume, but the bass and everything, that's good. I don't got no issues with that. The next thing I don't like about this is that it only supports Apple Music. So I heard like a while back in a beta or something like that you could actually use third-party services on here, and I don't know what happened to that. That just never happened basically. All you can really use is Apple Music when you ask Siri a question, and like it's just only gonna play Apple Music, which is just mad annoying. Like I'm pretty sure I saw in a screenshot it was like iHeartRadio, it was Sirius XM, and just some other stations like that, but like you still can't use Spotify unless you go into the Spotify app and do all that stuff. The next thing I don't like is the only thing that it works with besides Apple devices, which is pretty much all of them, is Windows. So the iTunes app on Windows, that's all it works with. So I can only do AirPlay from my Windows device, and on top of that, you can't even set it up without an iPhone or an iPad. Like that's just how it is. I know that's just an Apple thing, but just because it's an Apple thing don't mean it has to be acceptable. Like that's just pretty dumb in my opinion. If they want to build up their market share, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of Android users that will want a HomePod, then they can't do that. At the same time, I know what you're saying. Oh, Siri, I don't want to deal with that Google Assistant forever, but whatever. I don't care about that. The HomePod sound quality and all that, you know you want that. I know it's expensive and all, but you know you want that. I wanted that, so that's why I got it. And the last thing I like about this is obviously Siri, which is kind of like the main part of the HomePod, but at the same time, it's just mad annoying. Like Siri just ain't no better on the HomePod than the iPhone. Like I'll ask it basic questions like this. So I asked Siri what the weather was, and then it couldn't read my location for some reason. So I told her what city I'm in. I said Kenosha, Wisconsin, and then it started reading a whole Wikipedia about Kenosha. Like, what? I ain't asked for that. That's why a lot of times I just end up using AirPlay, because it's just a lot easier to do it that way, because you know, just casting the music to there, it's a lot less of a headache than just using Siri. Now Siri did get better and everything, but Siri ain't even on the level of Bixby, and Bixby came out after Siri, so that's crazy how Bixby even beats Siri. Now let me go tell you some of the things I like about the HomePod. So first off, most of the time I am satisfied with the sound quality. Like I said, the bass and the clarity I'm always good with, but the sound quality itself, for the loudness, I'm usually good with. When I play my music, I ain't got no issues with it, and I keep it in a corner of my room, so it kind of just broadcasts all over my room, and my room isn't massive or anything like that, so it kind of fills the room and it's pretty good. The next thing I like about it is the design. So that's just a real basic Apple thing. Oh wait, hold up. I didn't want to do that. Stop, Siri, stop. Anyway, like I was saying, it's just an Apple thing to have a real good design product, and that's just pretty much what they do. I mean, sometimes they come in their shortcomings, like they got the notch and everything like that, but at the same time, if you look at this HomePod, I don't really know anybody that's gonna say that's ugly. Like if you put this on your desk, it's just gonna look clean there, and it's kind of just gonna fit in there, so that's cool. And you could get a black one too. Next thing I like about it is easy control. So it's just a touchscreen at the top. You just go ahead and tap on it to play music, go ahead and tap it to pause the music, or you can go ahead and go to the next check and all that like I told you. And then you got your volume controls over here. It's just easy to get to. No issues, simple. The next thing we gotta go and talk about that I like is obviously what you expect, the Apple ecosystem. So I told you about things like AirPlay, and then we can go and tap our iPhone on the HomePod here, and they'll go and transfer the music to the HomePod, as you can see right there. I can go ahead and transfer my phone calls to the HomePod. I can go ahead and reply to text messages and all that through the HomePod. Like there's just a bunch of features like that. It's just dope. And then if you're somebody like me that got an Apple TV, you can actually make your HomePod your Apple TV speaker. Like it's just things like that. Apple's killing it, man. Like I even got like a Samsung Smart TV, and all I got is the built-in speakers, right? Obviously the built-in speakers are gonna be garbage, and now it's actually better than the typical TV, but still, it ain't gonna be no HomePod. And one more thing I like about the HomePod is the microphones on this thing. So this thing is just crazy, right? I could be on the other side of the house and they'll still pick up what I say. The music could be loud and they'll still pick up what I say. Like this speaker right here has probably heard me the easiest out of any speaker that I had, like the Google Homes and all that, and Alexa, like just easy, man. They put a bunch of microphones up in here, and I can tell, man, because they mad sensitive. So overall, should you get the OG HomePod in 2023 with the new HomePod out? It don't got things like the temperature sensor and thread, but it does support Matter. So yeah, if you can find this at a good enough price, I would definitely say get the OG HomePod, cause I even heard that this might be better than the new HomePod. I heard there's less microphones and all that. I don't really know. I need to get the new HomePod myself to go and try it out and just get a feel for it myself instead of just hearing all this info. But yeah, so far this HomePod legit, man. And one thing the new HomePod also got is a removable cord, but some people don't know this, right? Check this out. You can take out the cord on the old HomePod. It's just hard to take it out. And you're not supposed to take it out, but you can. So yeah, I don't know if y'all forget about that, but the OG HomePod, you could definitely take out the cable if you wanted to. So anyway, I'm gonna go and get up out of here, man. Hopefully I enjoyed this. And let me know in the comments below what other videos y'all want to see from me. I also got a video on this coming soon. So I'm gonna do my iPhone 13 in 2023. That's coming soon. I already did my camera test and all that. So y'all gonna see that soon. I know I don't really do Apple content like that, but this is a tech channel. This ain't no Samsung channel or no Google Pixel channel or nothing like that. This is just tech. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you like this video, go and get this video a like. And if you really liked it, go and subscribe, but go and follow me on my social media, Eddie Santech on Instagram and Twitter, and Facebook, but Instagram and Twitter is the most active. And let me know if you will cop the OG HomePod in 2023, because like I said, I still use this thing all the time, and I'm gonna try to figure out if I could clean this thing or not without messing it up. Oh yeah, and also let me know if you want to see me do the 2nd gen HomePod on this channel, so just let me know that in the comments below too. Anyway, y'all, you be smooth. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one then.